Sleek, powerful, sporty, these are all words that were never used to describe the Isuzu D-Max. But let's get one thing straight. It's very rare to find modified Isuzu D-Maxes, and when you do, it's always going to be a special sight. It's like finding a unicorn on the road. The Isuzu D-Max has always been about blue-collar reliability, and no matter what iteration or trim it comes as, being fashionable and lifestyle-oriented was the last thing Isuzu wanted the D-Max to be. But the writing was always been on the wall for Isuzu. This strategy of giving the D-Max a no-nonsense character may have worked for them in the past, but in the Philippines the truck wars have anything but cooled down, with companies offering buyers with amazing eye-watering features and technology, as well as performance and new levels of ruggedness. Every other car company has released performance models and even all new versions of their truck lineups, and this time it's Isuzu's turn to throw their gauntlet into the mix and do battle in the refreshed truck wars. What's going on, guys? Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and this is everything you need to know about the all-new 2021 Isuzu D-Max. Special thanks to Isuzu for lending us the all-new 2021 Isuzu D-Max for this review. If you're in the market for their latest truck, head on over to Zigwheels.Ph to find the best deals on this and every other truck model from all other brands. Let's get back to the review and find out if this truck is the one for you. Through the years, Isuzu has always been the go-to brand for all things diesel, which makes sense because all the models in their lineup are all crude-powered beasts. From industrial, light, and passenger trucks, and even SUVs, Isuzu has you covered. Their best-selling D-Max has always been on the short list for anyone in the market for an affordable yet rugged everyday driver. Isuzu D-Max is doing battle in the hotly contested passenger truck market, and that segment has been absolutely booming, thanks to significant tax breaks given by the government to trucks sold in the country. Now, because of this, companies can take advantage of fitting their models with all the features you can imagine and want from a family car, plus the off-roading cred and utilitarian capability of a truck. These days, it's so hard to recommend just any other compact sedan to a car buyer without having them reconsider buying a truck instead, as it has almost the same technological amenities, but at the same time comes at a much lower price and has the added benefit of being more flip-proof. The D-Max is just the latest of these offerings, and Isuzu has made sure to hammer the message home that it no longer is here to become your dad or uncle's favorite model and brand. It's out for millennial money, and they just might have the right ingredients to actually make it work. Beginning with the exterior, the biggest change that you will find is that quite imposing front grille. Whatever you think of the vampire grille, the D-Max's body has undergone a number of significant changes. It's all new, which means it's got a fresh look that's more modern, macho looking, and streamlined, while still being instantly recognizable as an Isuzu. It now has angry bi-LED headlamps with integrated daytime running lights on its top trim to give it a sense of character never before seen on a D-Max. Isuzu has managed to shorten the length of the D-Max by 30mm, but amazingly, D-Max models now have a longer wheelbase to help give it a more stable ride. Not much can be said about the side profile of the 2021 D-Max apart from the more modern character lines that run across the door handles and the lower part that give it a more modern look. What's creating much of a stir are those 18-inch alloy wheels shot in 265/60 R18 tires. Now, it's as polarizing as you can get with multi-spoke accents that augment the more dominant 6-spokes. I wouldn't call them unattractive, just different. On this top-of-the-line LSE model in Isuzu's signature Onyx black color, I gotta admit it does fit it perfectly though. Now, it rides pretty high up the ground with a clearance of 240mm, making it capable of wading through 800mm of flood water. I wouldn't try that out myself, but I'm glad that in a pinch, the Isuzu D-Max would not let you down. Isuzu has also made sure to revamp the tail lamps with a double LED design to further take their new design language home. I'd say that on the outside, the 2021 Isuzu D-Max is an absolute beast of a machine. It certainly looks quite imposing and fits the more macho look that it aims to achieve. Isuzu was able to refresh the 2021 Isuzu D-Max's look on the outside, but how will it fare on the inside? If you're looking for Isuzu to ditch its Spartan charm for something more modern, then I'm I'm happy to report that the brand has taken strides in their interior game. In fact, the 2021 Isuzu D-Max gives the impression that they've taken more than just a step in the right direction. The design engineers must have taken a look at the previous model's interior and decided to thrash it and go for a completely different direction. The entire cabin, especially on this top-of-the-line LSE model, has been completely overhauled and reworked with proper leather seats that are much more aggressively bolstered than any other truck I've seen in the market. The driver's side seats is power adjustable up to 8 ways, and finding your perfect driving position is easy thanks to the fully adjustable steering wheel. Speaking of the steering wheel, the design has also been reworked and is uncharacteristically youthful for the brand. It has all the control buttons for you to power your media without taking your hands off the wheel, as well as others to set various safety and driving settings. The dashboard of the D-Max is certainly eye-catching. With soft touch materials around as well as the door panels, you will certainly find a few tricks up its sleeve for convenience. For example, there are 2 pop-out cup holders on the edges to keep your drinks cool by blowing cold air on them, as well as pop-up opening at the top of the dashboard. Passengers at the back can also enjoy and relax with their own separate air vents for those hot summer days. What really takes the cake is this massive, almost iPad-like 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system. It's very intuitive and responsive with little lag, as it should be, and it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for you to access various driving apps from your phone. There are even speakers in the dome right above the driver and front passenger to complete the surround experience. What I didn't particularly love about the center stack is the lack of physical buttons to control the infotainment system. Now instead you get these capacitive buttons, which is certainly not ideal, but at least the dual zone climate control switches are there to provide satisfying feedback. If there is one thing that the 2021 D-Max has improved upon over the previous generation, is safety. With a total of 7 airbags, the top-of-the-line LSE trim has also what Isuzu calls Advanced Driver Assist System, or ADAS. Highlighted by their smart 3D duo cam mounted in the base of the rear view mirror, this allows the 2021 Isuzu D-Max to have various advanced safety systems like adaptive cruise control, lane departure assist, and blind spot monitoring. The most notable of these features is auto emergency braking that operates at speeds above 10 km per hour, but there's also misacceleration monitoring to prevent lower speed collisions. The AEB system includes pedestrian and bicycle tracking at all speeds, as well as forward crash warning. The system can certainly be felt, especially in our weird traffic-ridden conditions, and can be quite jarring at first, but it's nice to know that the system is there to have your back. Also, you can choose to deactivate it if it really bothers you that much. The 2021 Isuzu D-Max is really shaping up to be a legitimate contender to the throne with its modern looks, interior design, and safety amenities. The question is, how does it drive? Quite well, in fact. Under the hood of this top-of-the-line model, you'll find a much improved 3-liter diesel engine that makes 187 horsepower at 3,600 RPM and 450 Nm of torque as early as 1,600 RPMs. That's about a 6% increase in power and an 18% increase in torque over the previous model. The old hydraulic steering mechanism has been replaced by an electronic steering system that makes steering action much lighter and more driver-friendly than before. It no longer feels like a tractor, guys, instead actually feels more like a car. In most cases, the suspension is set to be subtle and well sorted, but there are still some telltale signs of its hard-working roots. Without a load on board, there are some jitters from the rear end, but it's not quite as jarring as the previous one, and it's among the strongest units in the segment for unladen ride comfort. Now I was hoping for a bit more grunt off the line from the 3-liter common rail direct injection engine with variable geometry turbo, but it felt quite lacking at first. But once you get up to speed through, the 2021 D-Max just advances with much gusto. I lay the blame on the 6-speed automatic transmission. It seems to be too eager to keep the car at the torque sweet spot that, at city speeds, it seems a bit confused. Well, at least the NVH levels are good enough though. Being a diesel, you can still feel the distinct rattle of the engine from time to time, but as soon as you get up to speed, that shouldn't be a problem. It has a transfer control switch that works with the rear aluminum drive shaft, but only the LS model with the manual comes with an electronic locking differential, which may prove a disadvantage for the automatic LSE model. But I have to say, I bet that 95% of us never take our trucks off-road anyway, so that should not be a concern. I know it certainly wasn't for us. Fuel economy as tested is at 7 kilometers per liter in the city and 12 kilometers per liter on the highway, which isn't bad considering that you're bringing a big hulking truck around town. Pricing for the Isuzu D-Max starts at 857,000 pesos for the single cab fleet special with the RZ4E engine, up to 1,825,000 pesos for the top of the line 3-liter 4x4 LSE automatic transmission. Now, is the all-new lifestyle-oriented D-Max ready to take on the challenge of the likes of the sporty Ford Ranger Raptor, rugged Toyota Hilux Conquest, the Gundam-like Nissan Navara, as well as the competition for the Mitsubishi Strada and Chevrolet Colorado? Knowing Isuzu, it has its own rabid fan base similar to those of Honda or even Toyota. If there's one thing that the brand needs is new blood flocking through those dealership doors, and it could have come at a better time. With the 2021 Isuzu D-Max, I think they have a winner right here. Thanks so much for watching. If you've reached this far in the video, please make sure to leave a like down below and tell us what you think about the all-new Isuzu D-Max. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon to alert you whenever we upload a new video. We're just getting started, folks, and we have so much more content in store for you in the upcoming months and even years. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, stay safe, wear a mask, and love each other.